Um, Very good morning, everyone. I welcome all the dignitaries, faculties, professionals, and my dear students to the Career Opportunity and Pathway webinar series jointly organized by Victoria University, Uganda and Ganpat University, India. Victoria University is one of the best university in Uganda and stands out as center of academic excellence, offering fresh and intellectually stimulating environment that nurtures critical thinkers. With key determination to revitalize higher education in Uganda, Victoria University plays a leading role in bringing and developing high quality, student centered learning opportunities based on standards of excellence that are both unique and innovative. The Career Opportunities and Pathway webinar series is yet another innovative initiative taken by Victoria University jointly with Ganpat University, India, providing one of the best professional development opportunities, and this will help student, professional as well as executives to explore possibilities, one that go in the tandem with their respective skills and abilities. Today, joined with us, we are having eminent personalities who have joined the webinar. We are glad to have with us Dr. Krishna Sharma, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Victoria University. A heartiest welcome to you, sir. We are fortunate to have with us Honorable Pro-Chancellor and Director General Dr. Mahendra Sharma from Ganpat University. We welcome you, sir, as well.
Thank you, Remy.
We also welcome Executive Dean Dr. Rajan Purohit from Ganpat University.
Thank you, Remy. Thank you very much. Yeah.
We also welcome all the dignitaries from Victoria University and Ganpat University who have joined us today. As a part of expert speaker, we are having Professor Bharat Prajapati and Professor Dhara Darji from Ganpat University for today's webinar on career opportunities and pathways in advanced web programming with PHP.
Thank you, ma'am.
Moving further, I take this opportunity to invite Dr. Krishna Sharma sir, Vice Chancellor, Victoria University. Sir is 7 times world record holder educator, researcher, and prolific author with 24 bestsellers out of 133 published books. Sir is first Asian physiotherapist to have his own school of thought in manual therapy, being taught as a part of national curriculum. His technique of KKMT is taught in 4 countries that is part of Cameroon National Physiotherapy Syllabus. I request Dr. Krishna Sharma sir to please come and address the audience. Please, sir.
Thank you, Remy. Uh, Honorable Pro-Chancellor and Director General, Professor Mahendra Sharma, sir, Executive Dean, Dr. Rajan Purohit, Professor Remy, and expert speakers, Professor Bharat Prajapati and Professor Dhara Darji, and all other colleagues and attendees. I thank you, the team Ganpat University, for this opportunity, and I thank your expert team for this opportunity and this collaboration. Ganpat University is an amazing university. We saw your presentations, we know about you, and here it's time to witness your experts. I really appreciate that you appreciated the whole idea of short courses as as a first step of our long-term collaboration, and I'm sure it's going to take us a very long way. To the attendees, this was not possible without the efforts of Ganpat University. I really appreciate and thank you for providing your experts, your human resource for this noble cause. And these short course series, we are going to have 9 webinars up to 16th of this month. It is not only to teach you, but it's also an opportunity for all of us to learn from you, to know your expectations, so that when very soon in near future, when we come up with the short courses in collaboration, we know your expectations, we know what you expect from us, you know the knowledge, skill, and attitude gap, and we address it in our programs. I would like to announce that we are going to have many collaborations with Ganpat University, and we are going to run not only short courses but also long-term courses together. And we are proud partners of Ganpat University, and we have a lot to learn, and it's going to build the capacity of all of us. I thank you again. I have no words actually to say thank you, but I just keep appreciating all of you. I submit. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would also like to inform in our panelists, we have also been joined by Pro Vice Chancellor and Executive Registrar, Ganpat University, Dr. Amit Patel, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for joining.
Thank you, Remy.
Moving further, I take this opportunity to invite Pro-Chancellor and Director General Dr. Mahendra Sharma, sir, Ganpat University. Sir is a seasoned management academician, researcher, administrator, and strategist, and also a prolific writer and an eminent speaker. He is known for his insights, thoughts, and uniquely conceived innovative education programs in management disciplines for bridging industry academic gaps. I would request sir to please address the audience.
A very good morning to one and all who have joined us as a panelist, as also as all the students who are taking this important program. At the outset, I would like to thank Dr. Krishna Sharma ji, Professor Bill, and the entire team of Victoria University who handholded our effort. Today we are seeing this collaborative arrangement, and I am equally thankful to my team at Ganpat University, comprising of Dr. Amit Patel, Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Satyen Parikh, Executive Dean, Faculty of Computer Application, Dr. Rajan Purohit, Professor Remy Mitra, Professor Bharat Prajapati, and Professor Dhara Darji, who have made it possible that we could crystallize this program. And today we are going with the first program. As Dr. Krishna Sharma ji pointed out, that this is just the beginning, and it would be a series of short-term as well as long-term programs. But the important part is I appreciate the vision of Victoria University, that when we were talking, they talked about skill-based programs, which are hands-on learning courses, which will lead to employment in much in demand skills, as also would open up the entrepreneurship opportunities. So the type of courses which have been selected very carefully by the team of Victoria University as well as Ganpat University are actually skill-based programs, enhancing employability as well as an opportunity for entrepreneurship. We all are aware we are undergoing a COVID-19 situation, but this situation, apart from its own repercussion, has given an opportunity to learn, hone our skills from our home, enabled by technology, and we can learn from best of the faculties from across the globe. India is known as the #1 information technology and computer engineering education, and has been giving all the developed world the best of the talents. We have heard about 3 names, Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. It's like Satya Nadella leading one of the top IT companies. Today, from Google to Microsoft to HCL, the companies are headed by Indians in all the spheres, and it has happened because of the prowess of IT education which happened in India in last 4 decades. If I am to share a data, 16% of IT startups in Silicon Valley today apart from non-American background people, is by Indians. So it's always a great opportunity to learn from people, and that's why I mentioned learn from the best global faculties. They may be from India, they may be from America, they may be from Australia, but it's a great possibility of creating a collaboration around and making the students, giving them an opportunity to learn from the best. Victoria University and Ganpat University has something common to share. We have both these universities are promoted by individuals who are self-made successful businessmen into countries where they were not born, and they have achieved very high reputation. And but then both of them belong to Gujarat, India, and also above all, the most important common factor is they have a very big heart to give back to society, and that's why they created these ecosystems, Victoria University and Ganpat University. So I cannot go ahead without remembering Shri Sudhir Ruparelia ji, who created Victoria University, and Dr. Ganpat I Patel, who lives in US, who created Ganpat University. So they have a special heart for students and citizens of the countries where their businesses are housed. Ganpat University has been laureled for their industrial linked programs, and we are highly reputed for our placement linked programs. In IT domain, our centers of excellences with IBM, with Google, with SAS, with SAP, Oracle, e-Infochips are testimony to the efforts which the university has done in last 2 decades. This is the base on which we have created programs, and that's why our confidence that each course would ensure employability and entrepreneurship grows out of. So on this occasion, I really thank both the teams for making it possible. It would not have been possible without the sincere efforts of Professor Krishna Sharma ji and his entire team. And today, when we are starting this course, I am confident that the vision behind launching skill-based short courses would be achieved, and students in Uganda would benefit tremendously. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
Very
you,
good
Professor.
submission.
Thank you. It's amazing.
Thank you so much, sir. Moving forward, I would like to invite today's expert, Professor Bharat Prajapati from Ganpat University. With more than 9 years of teaching, industry and research experience, Sir has published many research papers in international journals and conferences of high repute in areas of healthcare, Internet of Things, machine learning. He has also been working with powerful PHP frameworks, including Laravel, CodeIgniter, Joomla, Magneto, WordPress. We welcome you, sir. We also have Professor Dhara Darji from Ganpat University, having more than 8 years of experience in teaching diversified subjects and portfolios, having hands-on experience in programming languages like ASP, .NET, PHP, and their frameworks, including WordPress, Magento. Ms. Darji has submitted a good number of research papers in national and international conferences to gain more exposure in teaching domain. I welcome both the experts today, and over to you.
Thank you, madam.
So we can start with this session. If there is any screen which has to be shared, madam, please share.
Yes. Now I would like to share my screen. See, before starting, now let's begin with our session. Below are the key highlights of the today's webinar, like career opportunities in web programming, share of the PHP and its framework in web programming, workforce requirement in core PHP developer, prerequisites to learn the PHP, why we use the PHP. There are some real-time application built in PHP. What is the importance of the open source technology nowadays? Then introduction about the PHP. We also discuss about some of the features and components of the PHP, and we also discuss about some of the top latest frameworks of the PHP. And last but not least, we are also discuss about the some of the tools that will be used to develop any PHP web application. So now begin our session. First, we discuss about why career opportunity in web programming. So for that, I'm discussing this point. PHP developers are a specific kind of software engineer, those who are create a website, application, and program using PHP. PHP developers work for software companies, web design firms, technological companies, and many other kind of business. Common duties of the PHP developers includes like modular programming, object-oriented programming, application design, implementation, troubleshooting, and web application development. This one is a latest and good example about the US Bureau of the Labor Statistic Project. It represents 50% increase in web development jobs, including PHP by the year of 2026, which is more than double of the average of all occupation. So you can understand what is the importance of the PHP as a web programming language in a future. Fine. So moving forward, the next topic is share of PHP and its framework in web programming. See, as you can see the diagram, it will clearly represent the importance of the PHP language according to the usage of the website as well as in terms of the traffic scenario. See, here you can see that the uses by the fewer site and the second point is user by the many sites. At the x-axis, we have also discussed about the use by the low traffic side and use by high traffic side. So according to the diagram, at the left lower corner, it will be considered as a fewer site as well as low traffic site developed in a specific server-side scripting language. At the top right corner, it will be considered as a the server-side scripting language used by the many site as well as higher traffic generated by this technology. So in this diagram, we clearly show that Scala, Ruby, ASP.NET, Java, and PHP. These all are the server-side scripting language. Apart from all, you can see that only PHP is a web programming language that will be used by the many site as well as highest traffic generated site. It will be considered as a PHP language, right? So in PHP used by the 78.9% of the all website apart from the all server-side scripting language, right? See, we have already discussed the upper right corner, it will be considered as a highest site developed in a PHP as well as more traffic generated on that technology. So this diagram generated on the w3tech.com today, so it will be clear scenario represent the importance of the server-side scripting language in which specifically PHP language. Fine. Now moving forward, workforce requirement in core PHP developer. You can see this image in which clearly define the package or salary getting by the PHP developer. So a person working as a PHP developer in Uganda typically earn around 27 million local currency of the Uganda as per year. Fine. Salary range from 12 million, it will be considered as the lowest, and 43 million, it will be the highest salary getting by the PHP developer in Uganda. The average or median salary considered as a 29 million according to the Uganda local currency per annum, which means the half of the people, means 50% of the people who are working 29 million, and 50%, more than 50% people earning more than 29 million Uganda's local currency. So you can clearly visualize in this diagram, it will be defined the salary distribution of the PHP developers in Uganda. 25% or less than 25% employees getting the salary 19 million per annum, right? 15% employees and more than less than 50% employee getting the 29 million per annum salary in a PHP developing. 75% employee or less than 75% employee getting the 39 million salary in PHP developer. And you can see that the 100% almost everyone earns 43.9 million salary in a PHP developer. So this picture clearly visualize the importance of the PHP language and how much salary getting by the PHP developer in a Uganda according to the currency of the Uganda, right? I also like to show the second comparison chart, and it will be also define the salary based on the experience. So you can see that image in which those who have an experience less than 2 years in a PHP language or as a PHP developer, they get the salary of 14 million, and those who have a experience 2 to 5 years, they get the salary approx 19 million, right? So salary component is totally based on the experience. The experience level is the most important factor in the determining the salary. Naturally, the more year of experience, the higher of the wage. We broke down the PHP developer salaries by experience levels, and this will be found over here. See, 5 to 10 years experienced person in PHP, they get the salary approx 28 million. So you can clearly visualize the comparison between 2 years experience, 2 to 5 years experience, 5 to 10 experience. It's clearly visualized if your experience is double, if here is experience is only 2 years, they get 14 million, and if their experience is double like a 5 to 10 years, they get the double salary. They get the 15% increment, 15% higher wage in their salary component. So the importance of the server side scripting language is day by day increase, in which the PHP is a special language. It will be easy to learn, easy to develop, and easy to understand by the developer. So compare day by day, you can also see that the 10 to 15 years of experience PHP developer get the salary of 34 million. Then 15 to 20 years experience PHP developer get the 37 plus million. And last but not least, more than 20 plus year experience, they have a vast knowledge about the PHP language. They get the more than 40 million salary in their career. Now, before starting the PHP as a server-side scripting language, students have a clear idea about some basic concept. It will be considered as a prerequisites to learn the PHP. First, students has a interest about to learn the PHP. Students has an interest about the web programming language. Students have an interest about the server side scripting language, right? Students have a clear idea about how to solve the problem that will be considered as a problem solving approach. Obviously, without creativity, it is not possible to learn anything in this world. So, for web designing or web programming part, you also have to develop the creativity part to build any web application. And for that, creativity must be required for the learning PHP. Obviously, there is a no limit who can learn the PHP, who cannot learn the PHP. In the world, everybody can learn the PHP, but for that, some of the basic knowledge required, like HTML, CSS, basic funda of the C language, basic syntax of the C language, as well as some core knowledge about the database. If students have a basic knowledge of this component like HTML, CSS, C language and database, they can easily learn the PHP language, right? So moving forward, it will be the next topic. Obviously, everyone have a question why we use the PHP. So there are so many benefits and advantages of the PHP. First of all, PHP is a free to download and easy to learn, right? It's freely available and we can easily download from the internet. There are the multiple component available to work with the PHP, in which if you are comfortable with the full package of the server, it will be readily available on the internet. You can just download, no need to install the separate component of the PHP development, right? So everything will be easily available on the net and you can freely download it. And also it is easy to learn. It's there is a no too much complexity how to learn the PHP for the user end. It run on the various platform. Obviously, this one is the most IMP part and most IMP topic about the PHP is it will be run on any platform, whether it is a Windows, whether it is a Linux, Unix, or Mac operating system. So we can also tell that it will be cross-platform compatibility. Fine. So if user comfortable with the Windows operating system, they can also learn and develop the web application in Windows platform. If students comfortable with the Linux platform and they uh, uh, try to get the point out about the security concerns. So Linux operating system provide the better security. So obviously, developer and user can work with the Linux operating system. Right. So we can say that every platform comfortable with the PHP server side scripting language. The next topic is it is compatible with almost all the server used today, right? It is not rigid about the server. PHP can also smoothly run on the Apache server as well as IIS server. So PHP can not only provide the compatibility with the platform, but it will be also provide the compatibility with the server as well as compatibility with the database. Why database? Because obviously it is not rigid about the database as well. Fine. It is integrated with the number of popular databases. I don't know. Some students are already know about the some of the database and they are already learn the basic database concept like SQL, DBMS, RDBMS, PLSQL. So every database are integrated with the PHP like MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, Sybase, Informix, and Microsoft SQL Server. All the databases are integrated with the PHP. So if user with the comfortable with specific database, they can also work in a PHP. There are also some of the important benefits or advantages of the PHP. That's why we are also using the PHP language. First one is also it is a use to manage dynamic contents. See, all the sites provide the static contents also, but the dynamic content are most important part of the any web application. So PHP provide the dynamic content management very easily. PHP performs system function. How system function? Like any language work with the file system functionality. Like if user want to open the file, read the file, create the file, write something in a file, and then after successfully they close the file. So any file relevant operation user want to perform in a PHP, that will be easily available, and for that some of the inbuilt or pre-built functions are provided by the PHP. Some of the libraries are already provided by the PHP. Using that, we can also perform the file relevant functionality very easily to creating the file, opening, reading, writing, then modify the content, and lastly close the file. So PHP performs system functions very smoothly. Third one point, PHP can handle forms. Obviously, for any web application, form handling is a major concern part of the website. Why it's a major concern part? Because if website owner want to get the detail from the user and or the visitor of the website, that time form must be required to get the input from the user, to gather the data from the user, and for that the database connectivity done with the PHP. And we have already discussed in the previous slide, PHP support multiple databases. PHP and database integrated with each other, and we can perform the functionality like gathering data from the file, gathering data from the user, save the data to the file, save the data to the backend database. Through email, you can also send the data. Even you can also return the data to the user. So if you want to perform the CRUD operation like create, reading, updation, deletion, in short, insert, update, delete, showing the data, all the database relevant functionality can be easily done in PHP, and for that it will be also provide some level of inbuilt function, and it will be easy to create the connectivity with the database. Now PHP can add, delete, modify data in your database. I have already discussed PHP can manage the data with the file as well as database. Access cookie variable and set cookies. Obviously, for any website, cookie and session is a core part and important part for the managing and retrieving information about the user. So, cookie and session variable also handled by the PHP. Using PHP, you can restrict user to access some pages of your website, right? If website owner or developer want to give the restriction to accessing some of the web pages of the any website, it will be also possible in PHP. So in this two slide, we have already discussed why we use the PHP. First one is free and easily download from the net. It will be support the various platform, right? It will be compatible with almost all the server that will be used by the today. Third one is it will be integrated with all the database like MySQL, Postgres, Oracle, Sybase, Informix, and Microsoft SQL Server. Apart from this, it will be also manage dynamic content. It will be provide the system functionality like a file handling function. It will be also working with the form handle functionality to collect the data from the user. to retrieve the data from the database and to return the data to the user. We can also provide the PHP can also provide the facility to managing the database relevant tasks. It will be also handle the cookie and session variable. And last but not least, it will be also provide the some level of security by restricting the pages at the user end. So that's why nowadays majority people and majority enterprise owner build their website in a PHP language. Now, I think majority students are aware about the which are the real-time application built in a PHP. So you can see that I put some of the example of the real-time application that will be built in a PHP. So Facebook, everybody know that will be World Wide Web. I think no one hardly no one user not access the Facebook. So Facebook, it is a world known best social network platform everybody can use. Then second one is a Yahoo, that will be widely known search engine. Obviously everybody know that Yahoo search engine, it will be first Yahoo engine that will be used by the everybody. And third one is a Wikipedia. It is a popular info resource partially use PHP functionality. Whatever the applications show in this slide, it will be developed fully or partially in a PHP language. Third one is a Wikipedia, we have already discussed. Next one is a WordPress. It is a famous CMS powers at least 25% of all the websites existing on the internet that will be built on a WordPress framework. It is a nothing but it is a one of the best framework of the PHP, right? WordPress is a nothing but a best PHP framework for creating the blogging website. And in the internet, 25% of the blogging website develop in a WordPress framework, and that will be also written in a PHP code language. Tumblr, it is a nothing but a one more popular social networking platform for sharing the ideas, videos, images. See, you can see that the Facebook, Tumblr, and one more, I guess, this one is a uh, Flickr. These all are the sharing platform. Some of the fully social networking platform and some are the sharing platform. Majority built on the PHP language, right? Then Mailchimp. It is a popular platform for email marketing. Flickr, a photo sharing platform that will be also built on the PHP. Dig, used to share important news and engaging blogs. Right? It will be used for sharing the important news and engaging blogs. iStock photo platform where people can find various kind illustration and images. Baidu, founded in China, this is also one of the famous search engine that will be founded in China, and it also developed in a PHP. I would like to question to the attendee, can you have an idea about Zoom application right now we are using that will be built in PHP? Yes or no? Just raise your hand. If your answer is yes, then just raise your hand. The option given in Zoom application. The Zoom application built in PHP, yes or no? If anybody from the attendee side, if you are know about the any other real-time application which is built in PHP, kindly just put the name of that website in a chat box. So I can understand you are
In the
aware
window,
with
you'll
the
be able to see the window of raising your hand. Or you can just say yes.
anyone. Anyway, if you have any idea, you just put your answer in a chat box, so I get the idea you are familiar with the PHP language, and you know that this specific real-time application built in a PHP language. Right? So now moving forward, we discuss about the open source technology. I think you have a question mark why we discuss about the open source technology. So first I tell you PHP is a open source technology language, right? That's why I first discuss about the open source technology, and then we discuss about the what is the PHP. So basically, open source is a defined as a anything that is publicly accessible, right? Open source, it means itself defines that it will be freely available on the internet. Everyone can download the source of the download the source of any open source technology. They can modify, they can access it, right? So first key factor of the open source technology is it is a publicly accessible. Everyone is free to analyze, distribute, and modify the software. Then, open source software is often produced collaboratively for a common good, and it is shared freely and publicly published transparently for anyone to benefit from it. Right? So, everybody can share their opinion, everybody can share their expertise, everybody can share their innovation on the open source technology, and they can find the bugs and make a better version of that specific technology. It will be provide the complete transparency between the developers. No central entity, companies, or single individual control over the software. That's why it will be considered as a open source. First one is a freely available. It will be distributed as well as modified by the anyone. Right? It will be shared freely and published transparently. Now, some of the advantages of the open source we have already discussed in the previous slide, and you can get the idea about the what is the open source. But quickly, we just list out the some of the advantages or benefits of the open source technology. First one is obviously it is a free and then cost effective. Huge community. Why huge community? Because number of user and number of developer can experiment anywhere, and they can put their innovation in open source, so that will be huge community available in a open source technology. Now next one is a transparency. Why transparency? Open source code means just that you get full visibility into the code base, as well as all discussion about how the community develop features and address bugs. So you have a clear idea about how feature is developed, how bugs are addressed, so people can easily understand, and there is a no hidden identity. It will be clearly transparent. Next one is a reliability. Obviously, there are number of eyes on it. The reliability of the open source code tend to be superior, with the worldwide community supporting a code base rather than one team within one community. Obviously, whenever one company or one team work on a specific code in open source technology, it will be open for everybody worldwide web. So majority huge community give the approach and give the solution for the same, right? Code is developed on online forums and guided by the expert. The output tend to be extremely robust, tried and tested. That's why it is considered as a reliable. Now next one is a how security, how better security provided by the open technology. So, with the reliability, open source software code is often more secure because it much more thoroughly reviewed and weighted by the community. That's why it is considered as a reliable as well as more secure. Next one is a faster time to market. Why it's a quick market for the PHP or open source technology? Because open source solutions are openly available and can be explored for the free. It's often much faster to investigate options and get solution off the ground. Fine. That's why it will be give the quick solution to the market. So this one is also advantages of the open source. Last but not least, obviously, speed is a major concern about nowadays, right? If your website is not perfectly working, if your website is not too much getting higher ranking in search engine optimization, if your website getting too much load from whenever user opening the website, if it get too much traffic and loading time, so obviously user can never access your website second time. Immediately they try to find out the other option for the same. So open source technology provide the better speed compatibility and better speed for the developing website. So these are the core features of the open source technology. Now moving forward, discuss about the topic that is a PHP and it's a server-side scripting language. So obviously PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor. At the past decade, it will be also known as a personal home page, but right now it will be known as a PHP Hypertext Preprocessor. It is a open source, so those are the benefits of the open source. It will be also considered as a benefits or advantages of the PHP language. It is a nothing but a open source server side scripting language, and scripts are executed on the server and the result is written to the browser as a plain HTML text. PHP file can contain HTML, tags, CSS, JavaScript as well as PHP code, right? So that's why in a prerequisites we already define some of the basic knowledge about the HTML, CSS, JavaScript must be required students for developing web page easily in PHP language. The extension of the PHP file is .php, right? The syntax of the PHP language is similar to the C language. So if you are comfortable with the syntax of the C language, those can easily understand the syntax of the PHP and they can easily build a website in a PHP. PHP was originally created by Rasmus Lerdorf and it first appeared in 1995. There are some core features of the PHP. First one is a open source. I think no need to explanation because we have already discussed about the what is open source, features of the open source, right? So open source is a main core feature of the PHP language. Second one is it is a simple and easy to learn. Why it's simple and easy to learn? Because PHP page contain the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and the syntax are similar to the C language. So we can also say that PHP is a simple and easy to learn for anybody. It is a free of cost. Why it is a free of cost? Because it is an open source technology and all the open source technology are freely available on the internet. So PHP is one of the open source technology and it will be freely available on the internet. So there is no need to pay any licensing cost for the PHP development. Object oriented support, object oriented concept. Those object oriented concept you have already know or already learned, this will all the object OOPS fundamental support in a PHP language. Speed, obviously, I have already give the one example. If one user access one website, if that specific website has a no higher search rank higher in a search engine, so nobody get access same website second time. Even same website can get the too much loading time, so user cannot access the same website second time. They can immediately move to the another option. So using the PHP, if you are build a website, it will be provide the fast performance, and it will be provide the quick response, right? Then it will be support multiple database. Obviously, we have already discussed it will be supported or compatible or integrated with the multiple database like MySQL, Postgres, Sybase, Oracle, right? So these all are the database supported with the PHP language. Compatibility. Compatibility in terms of platform, compatibility in terms of web server like Apache or IIS server, compatibility in terms of the database. So it is a more compatible language or more reliable language to develop any kind of website. Obviously, it will be support the cross platform, right? Cross platform, either you can develop a application in Windows, Linux, Unix, or macOS. So if each and every platform supported by the PHP, simply you just need tools according to the operating system. I just want to give the one example. If you are working in a Windows operating system, so you need a WAMP server. If you are working with the Linux operating system, so you need a LAMP server. If you are working with the Mac operating system, so you require the MAMP server. But if you are not rigid about the platform, and that will be facility provided by the cross-platform XAMPP server. XAMPP server provide the cross-platform compatibility. So XAMPP server work with the Windows, Linux, and Macs, any operating system, right? Last but not least features of the PHP, that is a user friendly. It will be user friendly. You can make a good designing form. You can manage a file handling functionality very easily, right? You can interact easily with the developing part. So it is a more concern about the any website development. So these are the core features of the PHP, like open source, simple and easy to learn, free of cost, object oriented, speed, support multiple databases, compatible, cross platform, and user friendly. Now moving forward, that was next topic is which are the main components of the PHP. So whenever you want to develop any web application in PHP, these are the main components of the PHP language. So it will be MVC architecture, frameworks, web server, database, PHP parser, auto-suggest, filters, system functions, and handle forms. We discuss about the MVC architecture. The MVC stands for Model View Controller, right? PHP mainly works on the model view architecture that help in managing the code and separate the model, view, and controller file. It will be divide your code or portion in a three file: model, view, and controller. It helps in connecting the database very easily, and the changes can be done easily without affecting other file or module. The main concern about the MVC architecture is it will be not affecting code to each other. If you are working on the specific module, it will be not affect to the other module, right? Next one is a framework. Framework means PHP has different frameworks like Laravel, Magento, WordPress, right? Symfony, Zend. These are the inbuilt PHP frameworks are available to build specific type of web application, right? So a huge number of frameworks are also provided by the PHP, and using the framework, the developing of any website is become a very fast. It's become a very fast. So there are some of the frameworks already available. Now, next one is a web server. PHP is mainly work on the web server software and used by the Apache server. So inbuilt whenever you install the XAMPP, MAP, LAMP, it will this package provide the default Apache server. So obviously any server side scripting language must be required one web server, and in which there by default Apache web server is used. Now, moving forward, the next one is a database, right? We have already discussed it will be integrated with the multiple databases. So, PHP can be used with the database, but mainly it will be used with the MySQL database, right? Next one is a PHP parser. PHP parser help in the passing the PHP instruction to the HTML code and then send it to the web browser to display the content. Means what? PHP instruction to HTML code and then send it to the web browser to display the content. The main role of the parser is to converting, right? It will be parse your PHP instruction into HTML code. So your web browser can easily understand and display your content on web browser. Fine. So parsing facility is also provided by the PHP. Auto suggest in this introduction of PHP, the components are ready to use to implement the search form with an auto suggest feature using the PHP and database MySQL. So some of the auto suggested facility already provided in MySQL database as well as PHP language, right? Next one is a filters. Filters are used to validate the data before user submitting data via form, right? So filter function provide the validating the data or information fill up by the end user or visitor. If your data is valid, then and then your data submitted to the server. If your data is not perfectly valid, it will be not considered as a valid data. So filter facility provide the security and avoid unnecessary formatting of the data. Now system function we have also discussed in earlier previous slide that will be provide some file handling functionality like opening the file, reading the file, writing, creating the file and then after closing the file. So all system relevant functionality and file handling functionality done in a PHP. Handle form connectivity with the database to perform the add, update, delete specific data or record to the database and again retrieve same data from the database and view to the end user. So these are the major components of the PHP embassy architecture, frameworks, web server, databases, PHP parser, auto-suggest, filters, system functions, and handle forms. Now, PHP frameworks. See, in a previous slide, I have told you there are number of frameworks built in a PHP. So, first of all, what is a framework? What is a framework. A PHP framework is a basic platform that allows us to develop web application. In other words, we can say that it provides basic structure, right? It provides basic structure. So using that platform, anyone can build a website very easily with less number of code. Up, next, the framework must provide features and functionality matching your specific requirement. See, there are multiple frameworks are available in markets, so it depends on your requirement. If whether you want to create a e-commerce website, if you want to create a blogging website, whether you want to make a social networking website. So according to the developing requirement, you have to match the framework features and functionality and then make a website, right? Because there are so many frameworks available. If you are choosing the wrong framework, so it will be not give the better output for creating the website. So it is a key point. The framework must provide a feature and functionality matching your specific requirement. Frameworks are making the web-based application process easier. Obviously, some of the features and codes and components and contents are readily available, so that will be automatically save your time to developing the website. It also plays an important role in speed up the programming efficiency of the developer. If developer has a good knowledge about the PHP scripting language and some basic knowledge of the any specific framework, so they can easily build the website using the framework. It will be automatically increase the efficiency and speed of the developers. More and more tools are developed on a regular basis that enhance the programming efficiency. Obviously, IT is one sector that will be increased day by day. So, day by day, more tools are developed on the regular basis, and that will be increase or enhance the efficiency of the programming language. See, here are the list of the some popular PHP frameworks. It's not all. These are the only 10. 10 just I put and define the name of the some framework. But instead of this, there are so many other PHP frameworks are also available in the market, like the Gent framework, Get PHP, Laravel, Fuel PHP, CodeIgniter, Aura, PHPX, Yelp framework, Falcon, Symfony, WordPress, Magento, and many more. These all are the frameworks are available to build a specific type of website, and these all the frameworks written in a PHP. Now, advantages of the PHP frameworks. As we already know, a framework provides the some of the inbuilt features, so it will be automatically reduce the time of the development. It will be increase the efficiency level of the developer, right? So these are the core benefit of the PHP framework, like quick application development. Obviously, it will be any application developed faster rather than the normal code language. Lightweight application development, standardized application architecture, compatibility of the code, easy to learn and debug, code modification functionality because it's a open source technology, so everybody can modify the code, support versatility, online help, forums and communities are also available to develop the any web application, right? So these are the some core advantages of the PHP framework. Uh, there are some important tools that will be required to develop any PHP web application. That is a XAMPP, Notepad++, and browser. And for that, I would like to Professor Bharat Prajapati sir to explain this component, and he also give the demo of the one short application built in a PHP language. Fine. Thank you all of you. Still, if you have any doubt or query, just write down your query in a question answer option, as well as you can ask the question in a chat box. Thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you, Dara ma'am, for delivering all the theory sessions. Okay, now
One more thing, I'm sorry for that, but I would like to show one thing to all of you. See, this will Upwork website in which you can clearly show that the importance of the PHP language and the job opportunities and demands of the PHP developer in Uganda. Fine, so you can clearly visualize the concept. Okay, once again, thank you so much to all of you.
thank you, Dara ma'am. Say that at discuss, as said, Dara ma'am, PHP is a very important and very well demanding programming language in upcoming world. So let me start one practical examination, but before initiating a practical, I want some support from your end. I will ask a few of the questions so that I can interact with you. There is an option available on the chat box. So let me share my entire screen. Since for practical, uh, is it visible to everyone from participants? Participants, is it visible? Let me
Desktop. Okay. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So as a this is a let me start. So
Yes,
before I start,
we are getting yes in the chat
Yeah.
section as well, sir. Yeah.
Okay. See that right now what happening, ma'am? I'm unable to see the chat since practical purpose. I need to share my entire laptop screen. So
Not
we
an
will.
issue, sir. I'll
Okay. So like if you are if you are I'm expecting that whenever you are performing this practical, you should have a laptop, a desktop. It is a mandatory and internet. But obviously you are connecting with us. You are using a internet connectivity. And as already, so that I'm not going that much in depth since Dara ma'am already cover all this session. But I want to discuss. This is the XAMPP. So let me, this is after a completion of this webinar, I will share this PPT with the concerned faculty member. So he or she will share this content. Say that this is the this is the open source and this is the URL from based on your laptop, your operating system. You can download this version. Like say that this is the version for a Windows. This is for a Linux and this is for XAMPP. So here they are different options. They are also regularly releasing a different updated version based on their update. So I want to can you guess the operating system of my laptop from the students? Can you tell me this is the which operating system I am using?
The one is saying Windows 10.
Yeah, you are right. Actually, I am
Emmanuel is
using
saying Windows.
yeah. Actually, I am using a Windows 10. And see that on the as in when I'm right click properties. See that you can see this is the Windows 10. So based on my operating system, I need to download this software. So this is the clear cut idea from your end. Now, second, that is the editor. Now see that it is like you can consider it is a weapon for a developer. So there are multiple editor available. You can choose depending upon your personal choice. And I will provide the list of the editors. So this is the like operating system you already know. The server Apache. Apache is a like a it's a free operating server which will help to host our website. Since we are using a server side scripting language, we need to put all these pages into server. So we will create a dummy server and then we will host all the page into server so that we can test the server side scripting language. Our database, we are not going to the database. A language, that is a PHP. And can you guess the logo of? Can you tell me the logo of? This is the logo. What is the? There is one option from the. What is the difference between a XAMPP server and WAMP server? Definitely, we'll discuss it. But can you guess the which is the logo? Yes, this is the logo of XAMPP, and this is the logo of WAMP. So you can consider similarly, you will find the similar functionality in XAMPP as well WAMP. But see that if you are using a Windows machine at that time, you need to use a WAMP. And if you are working with like a different OS at that time, you can use a XAMPP. So you will find a similarity functionality, only the you will find the difference, that is the GUI. You will find but see that Windows WAMP is available for only Windows, whereas XAMPP is available for different operating system also. You can use it in for a Windows, you can use in a Linux, you can also use in a Mac also, but the version will be changed. Okay, so this is the like next, this is the Atom. This is the like editor. You will find a different type or editor, and depending upon your personal choice, you can choose a editor. So these are the list of the few editor. Atom, Visual Studio Code, which we are today we will use a Visual Studio Code for a programming purpose, so that you will find how syntax is highlighted, how your work you can reduce your time. There is another one is a Bracket. Then you can use a Notepad. It is a well-known and very lightweighted version, and you can add a multiple plugins. Then you have an option that is a TextM, Vim, Komodo Edit, NetBeans. NetBeans is another popular editor, though it is like popular for the Java development. But even though you can also use for PHP purpose also. Then Sublime, it is a paid version. Then Coffee Cup Key, HTML, PHP Storm. See that another, this is the well known editor, that is a PHP Storm, and many more. There is a no limit right now. You will find a number of editors for PHP development, and this is not paid, and this is the Visual Studio. So let's start our practical, and this is the like plugins. Now plugin, what can anybody share? What is the role of the plugins? Yes, anyone from the audience want to share what is the role of the plugins in development? Editors, have you used a plugin? Yes, I have a little. Yes, CSS language. Okay. Yes. Anyone? Anyone want to share opinion regarding a plugins? Okay. Let me explain. See that plugins will what happen. See that it will expand the functionality of existing editor. So it's depend upon the plugins. It may be for like syntax highlights. It's for a formatting purpose. It can use for a CSS. But there are multiple. We will discuss a few of the plugins today. So let me start. Let me start from the basics. So first, let me add Notepad. Okay. So this is the very basic editor. So let me write a few of the code. So this is the like HTML. Then we will use a head tag, and then we will use a title tag. Okay. And we will use a demo page. Okay, and here we will add body and body. Okay, we are closing that, and then we will use our most popular example, that is a hello world. Okay, so this is the simple syntax for HTML. Now I need to save it. So again I am asking a question, which directory I need to use to store this page, since we are using a PHP. Any guess from your end? Okay, no one. Okay, actually see that we need to, no issue, you can learn it here, just try to understand. Yes, actually see that we are just for okay, so here you need to use a server directory. So I need to check my server directory. So let me first, this is my WAM server. So see that it will open it like one this window, and see that it will say, okay, right now my server is not running, so I need to start my server. Okay, so you can see that now it's highlighted with a green color. Same way I need to also start a MySQL. So that this is the dummy server, since we are we are using a local server to run our PHP pages. So we need to see that this is the directory, like in C drive, and default directory you will find a C amp, and this is htdocs, and in htdocs today we will create a directory for PHP. Okay, we have created one folder and we will use the name, that is double quotation index.php. Okay, so let me save this. Okay, so we have saved this version. So right now see that we have used a version, a very basic editor. We are not performing any, see that you can observe there is a no syntax highlight. Now let me go for little bit advanced. So same way we can see that this is our page XAMPP. In XAMPP we will use htdoc. In htdocs using a PHP, and this is my page. See that whenever I'm using a double click, see that it's give me a syntax. The reason we are using a static path, right now we are using a static path. Actually we need to run this page from the server. So what will be the default path the server? So let me think. C drive, XAMPP, and htdoc. See that you can consider it is this path is equivalent to your local host. Okay, so I need to remove this syntax from the URL. So let me C drive, XAMPP, htdocs, and let me remove this one, and I need to add a local host, and see that you can see. So my page is working. So another thumb rules is that whenever you are dealing with a PHP, any server side scripting, you must have to use a server. Without server, your page will not execute it. Okay, and same way, let me open the same page from the different editor. So I'm using multiple times same. So right click and edit. So see that you have observed that. So whenever I am using a notepad, that all the HTML tags are highlighted. See that this is opening tag and this is the ending tag. This is the head tag. It will start bounty, and this is the ending indication of the head tag. This is the for same and body tag. Okay, so this is the like see that this is the advantage of editor. You can use a multiple editor. Now we will go one advanced editor. Right click and we will use a open with Visual Code. Yeah, see that this is the like expo. Let me open this. See that. So like see that this is whenever I am using any advanced editor. So like see that it will see that no need to write a single line code, and this is the power of editor as well as plugin. So I have configured few of the plugins which you should know. So I have formatted HTML, HTML CS, material icon, and open with raw. Same page I can also run here from. So can alter, that is alter, shift and B. So it will ask which browser you want to open it. Suppose I want to open it in the Google Chrome. So see that same way I need to pass a local host. Actually, let me minimize the screen. Okay, actually there is no contain. So let me add more. Okay, and let me refresh the screen. Got it? See that this is my hello world. So this is the power of editor. Let me create one very basic applications. So HTML, then we will use a head tag, then when we use a title tag, pizza order form. Okay, and let me save. See that as and I save, the whole code is formatted. Okay, and we will use a body tag, and body tag we will use one hello world, and this time we will use a PHP code. So see that this is the basic syntax for PHP. So this part will indicate this is the starting page, and let me echo it will use namaste. Okay, and now let me run the code. Okay. 1 minute. Okay, and let me refresh the page. Okay, now see that as and when you can see the source of the code view page, and see that this is the source code. See here you can observe that there is no HTML tag, no PHP code. That is we have actually written that is the echo namaste. But why it's the it since it the all the tags are executed on the server side, that means the code is secure. It is a not visible to the it is not visible to client. Okay. So clear up to here, and keep my yes sir 1 minute.
Sir, you have muted your voice. So if you are speaking, we are not able to hear you. Please unmute yourself.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, so let me actually say that to use. And let me now let's start our applications. So here we will use a table tag, and we use the tr tag, and we use td. Okay, so here we will use enter your name, and here we use input tags. And here so that right now we are not dealing with a JavaScript, that's why. And make sure you are using a appropriate word, make sure you are using a appropriate naming convention, so that it can help to catch the perfect name of the variable. So txt and name. Okay, and let me see the output. Chrome. Okay, so we have created one input box, and we will get the information. Now same way we will create another number, and same way td. Okay, so again we will use we will another tag and txt number. Okay. So that right now, so in our form there are two input box, first one for name and second one for the numbers. Then we will use use a submit form. Just a minute. Okay, and here we will take a name, submit, and here we will use button order. Place the order, and we will use name for identification purpose, button order. Okay, so let me refresh the screen. Now see that we have a form with a two field and one button. Now see that as and when user press the customer name and contact number, the information will be reflected as per below. So we will add this all the information inside a form with a post method, and we will start and we will end here. Okay, and we will use a comment line. This is the comment line. So our PHP code, and we will use a comment. So we will use if. Now see that is set is a method. It will check the whether the PHP variable is set or not. So we will check the button, and we will opening and closing. Then the post is a global variable. It is used in the PHP. button order, and we will print echo. Want the name of the first, we want name of the person, sorry, post, and in the past we will use a text number, and we will use a number, okay, and we will print echo the required information, echo h3. We can also use the HTML tag inside a PHP form, and here we'll echo then your name is, and we will use a dot operator to concat the string. So here we'll use a name, and the same time we will use your contact number, okay, is, and we'll refresh. Line number 31, actually we just okay, this we forgot to add the semicolon. Okay, so this is the form, and we will use like a demo, and number is like 6 there. So see that as an environment, I'm placing the order, the whole information available at the below section. Okay, so let me add the break line, so output will be reflected on the very next line. See that your name and there is the number. Okay, now let me add a few things. So like we can add a border and padding equal to 10 pixel. See that full form will be okay. Okay, now anyone have a question up to here? Maybe I'm a too fast, so anyone have a question? See that this is just a basic idea. We actually what we have do, we actually we make one table, and then we have we have taken a two input box. First input box, we are taking the name of the person for ordering a pizza, and second number we just want the contact information of the confirmed there. So as in one person, see that select the demo, and it will like this is the, and the immediately the information will be reflected on the below side. So anyone have a doubt or query up to here? Okay, so we can proceed for a further part. So that right now we are not going to that much in CSS, but the our goal is how to deal with the business logic. So since this is the like server side scripting language, we will also discuss at the end of the, see that the PHP is the server code is not visible to any client. So I need to improve this form. So let me add a few things in the form so that we can improve. First, we can add the caption. See that caption is a property of the table. So you can give the name of the table, and we will make it a bold. order form, and let me refresh the page. See that there is the you will find the name of the table on the top of this side. Okay, now let me add few more thing in the table. So here, see that for your information, let me add the few thing. This is the comment. This is my a first row of the table. Then this is the second row of the table. Okay, and here for submit the form. Okay, now we can add one more like a pizza type. Let me improve the form. So again, this is the tr tag. This pizza type. Then again td. Here we this time we will use a radio button. So we are not dealing with the JavaScript, so we don't require ID, but it will we will pizza type. Okay, and same will repeat. Okay, name, and we will put a value. So here we will cheese pizza and value. Okay, and let me refresh the screen. See that you will find a two button, but actually we need to give a name, so you can directly just add the this thing in table. And let me refresh the screen. So see that now two option available, cheese and veggie pizza. So actually we need to this information while user enter the button. So let me add, we use pizza type, and same thing we will also take the same variable pizza type. Okay, and your expected pizza is, and let me add this. Okay, and let me refresh the screen. So again, see that we have not selected. Let me add this one, and this time we are using a cheese pizza. So see that you can see the like we have selected a cheese pizza. Same order we can use for another number, and this time we select a veg pizza. So see that the information will automatically updated. Okay, same thing we can also use for a size purpose also. Size of the pizza. Okay, table pizza, and see this time we use a select, and we will use a pizza size since we are not dealing with JavaScript, and we can give option a small, and this is for medium, last one for large. Let me correct this style. Medium. And this is for large. Okay, and this is 5. And let me refresh the screen. Now see that there is one option is available, the size of the pizza, small, medium and large. Okay, now actually we need to get this value. So again we will repeat the same procedure. The post is nothing but it's a global variable available in PHP. As and when you are submitting a form, the whole information will pass through this variable. So let me so selected pizza size is okay, and here we will also the so let me refresh the screen and it will generate the error since we have not selected of any pizza site. So again we need to post the form and cheese. This time we'll use a medium size and see that you can see this is the medium size, this is the cheese size, and this is the okay. Now we will do with a few order price. So let me consider the base price for the pizza is base price. Okay, assume that it's a 16,000. Okay, so like echo break, and here we will use a break tag for bold purpose. So your bill is okay, and then we will what we will do, we will concat the variable. So concatable is the base price. So we are not right now not performing, but see that base price. Now see that based on user have selected cheese pizza or veggie pizza, we can modify the our content. So let me add a business logic for based on the selected pizza. So you can use a double forward slash, add a business logic, then we can we can if if pizza type equal to triple equal to, it is used for the comparison. So if user choose a cheese pizza, then double quotation, we will charge extra 2000. So base price equal to base price plus 2000. Okay, else since we are dealing with the only two options, so here we will if selected pizza is cheese, we will add 2000 rupees in the base price, otherwise we will add 4000 since it is a veggie pizza. Okay, and let me see the effect, it's working or not. So see that, let me add again demo. This is number, and this time we will use a cheese since we are adding a 2000 rupees additional in cheese pizza. Right now we have not performed any operation for size of the pizza. So let me medium and place the order. So see that you have observed that the 16,000 and it added a 2000 extra. Same way we can also check for another option. So this time we will select a veggie pizza and place the order. So this time see that the 4000 additional added in the base price. We can also add of, let me add one image down. I have downloaded one pizza logo. So in C drive, XAMPP, and it is a htdocs. htdocs we have a PHP, and this is our page. So we can add this image logo Now what we will do, we will create one additional row for logo. Okay, so this is this row for image. Okay, and tr and then td, and we will use column type span equal to 2, since we are merging a 2, and then image, and alternative the logo is okay. And let me refresh the code. Okay, something wrong. Actually, we need to specify the 1 minute. 1 minute. We need to specify the extension. Okay, but the size is too large, so we can modify it. So height equal to, we will specify 150 pixel, and width is equal to 200 pixel. Okay, actually we have, okay, let me, okay, see that. And same way we can also specify few css. We can apply a, let me add few css. So we will use cascading style. So here we will create a one class, that is image header. Okay, and in image header we use text align equal to center, so that we can align image into center, and we can also use a ground equal to yellow. Just that. Okay, let me refresh it. Okay, we need to okay, actually we need to give this class image, and we need to use this, we actually need to use this class class equal to there may be something wrong. Actually we need to, okay, just let me remove this one. Okay, let me ignore. Okay. Okay. Remy ma'am, how much we have time? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, how much we have time?
I think it's almost done, sir.
Actually, say that I've just seen that actually. Okay. So up to here we can we conclude it here? Actually, say that to complete this session, I require more time. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just we need to add a backgrounds and we have like, and we if possible, if you are giving me 5 to 10
You
minutes
can,
extra.
sir, you can just add the background color of the table using the CSS so they get the idea
No,
about
actually,
what.
madam, I need to actually see that there is some issue from my hand.
Okay.
Actually, actually there
Don't
is
don't worry. This is okay, sir.
okay. So okay. So, ma'am, from our end, it is completed, ma'am. Now,
Okay. We would be keeping it open in case of any question and answers
yes.
from all attendees.
Actually, this, here is a heavy rain.
I'm actually, I'm even able to listen it, sir.
Actually, even we am facing the same issue, ma'am.
So in case of any query, we are very open. You can write down your query in the question box. So we have got one of the question. Okay, that is on lecture. Okay, this question is on technical side. Okay. I'm just going through the chat if we are having any questions. I guess most of the questions are completely been solved.
Actually, one of the students have a doubt about what is the difference between WAMP and XAMPP. So I have already answered in the chat box, but again I repeat, WAMP server is basically used for the Windows operating system, and XAMPP is used for any cross platform. Right? Either you can use the Windows, Linux, Mac OS that will be compatible with the XAMPP server. Fine.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Professor Bill, I hope there are no more questions. One of the students, Henry, is asking, he has missed the introduction of the course. We would definitely get back to you, Henry, for the recordings of the video. Okay. Thank you so much, Bharat sir. Thank you so much, Dhara Darji ma'am, for addressing such an illuminating session on advanced programming with Web PHP. I now request Professor Bill to please kindly take over from here. If there is any doubt from the students, you can please let us know, or else we will be just completing our session, today's webinar over here. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining.
Thank you.